Hey guys, I'm hiding out and being quiet while my daughter's napping, but I wanted to hop on here to just send you out a series of reminders going into next week. So first and foremost, we are going to be doing our check-ins starting tomorrow. If you go to the previous email, or I'll actually go ahead and link it in the email with this video, the link to the Google Doc that has our list. All of you but one have signed up for a time. The one person I've reached out to you, so please make sure you're getting back to me. So we'll be doing our check-ins. They're just 10 minutes at a time, so I need to make sure that you are A, on time, and B, that you are coming in ready to discuss any issues that I brought up on your outlines. At this point, I have given you all feedback, so please make sure that you're reviewing my comments. Across the board, kind of what I noticed was twofold. The first is that the information on there was just sparse, meaning either you put a lot of headers but didn't really say much, or you just kind of had very short one-liners that didn't give us a whole lot of information. So that was the first thing that I noted, so make sure your outlines are thorough. The other thing that I noticed is that there's not a lot of credible research on these outlines, guys. Anytime you turn an outline to me, you need to make sure that you are being able to substantiate your claims, meaning you need to have that research on there. It's, first of all, required because otherwise it's plagiarism, but also it enhances your credibility. So those are not optional, those are mandatory. So if I mentioned those two things, I want you to be able to tell me how you're going to beef up your outline and what your research looks like, or what your sources are. Let's see, what else? I'm also going to be working on you with your questions. I thought as a whole, your questions look pretty good. Anytime you see something that seems to be close-ended, we're going to be talking through that. We're also going to be talking through ways of kind of broadening our questions, finding ways to look at the larger issue at hand, and maybe not necessarily quite as specific as some of you went. So I'll be talking with through those with you as well. Other than that, this week we are moving into speeches. Yay, speech week. So that's going to look different now that we are learning remotely by observing social distancing. So as I mentioned in a previous email, you have a scheduled speech day. Sorry, Reese, this is my personal and public apology to Reese, who I left off the schedule, not because I love Reese any less than I love all of you guys. I just had a brain fart. So I'm sorry, Reese, you're on the schedule now. But you are required to log on for the entirety of the day that you are scheduled, to be a present audience member, to engage in discussion, okay? Beyond that, if you would like to earn extra credit, you can log on for other people's speech days. So it's an easy way to get extra credit. It's a good way to support your classmates. So something that I might consider doing if you were wanting to have some of that extra credit. On your speech day, you need to submit your PowerPoint or your Google Slides or whatever, and your outline to their respective Dropbox folders on eLearn. I know some people have asked, like, what do we do, or how's our audience going to be able to see our presentations? I'm going to pull it up on my screen, and I'll be able to share that with everybody on Zoom. So it'll basically be one of the windows that you see when you're on Zoom. I need those an hour before you speak, if not earlier than that. I have to have those before you're actually going live. Otherwise, it'll be a little bit tricky. Now, you can set up your phone to record yourself on Zoom, and then have like a laptop with your presentation up. You can certainly do that so you can interact with it. But even with that, I still need to have it sent to me prior to speech day. Just other quick reminders, I'm not going to be able to collect your speaking notes, but I do need you to take pictures of them right after and send them to me immediately after your speech. What else? No self-evaluation. So that's off the table. Speech is going to be 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to be looking for your breakdown in terms of time, making sure that you have 4 to 5 minutes dedicated to your portion of the speech, 4 to 5 minutes of conversation time. I haven't quite figured out if I can give you a running timer yet. I'm going to play with that, but maybe start to think about how you can have a running timer in your own home so that you are aware of where you're at time-wise. I think that's all I have for you reminder-wise. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful sunny Sunday. I know it's windy outside, but let me just tell you, with all of the lack of interaction that we're having because of social distancing, get outside, go for a walk, stay away from each other, obviously, when you're out there, but soak up some of the sunshine and the fresh air. Nature is going to be good for us. It's always good for us, but especially in these times, it's going to feel really nice to connect with nature. Walk outside in the grass without shoes on, right? Like really ground yourself. If you're anything like me, you're struggling being away from people, and I think that's going to be helpful. So if you have any questions leading into our check-ins tomorrow or our speeches on Monday or Wednesday, just go ahead and let me know. I really miss you guys. I hope you're hanging in there. I know it's tough. We're going to get through this. Thanks.